Good morning. I'm so freaking excited. Today is the day that we finally meet. I mean, not in the real. I feel like I don't know you, but we really do know each other. We are going to get to know each other, and maybe eventually, someday in the future, the near future, hopefully the near future, we'll be able to meet in the real. But for now, let's go. Welcome back, and thanks for following along. Today, I'm going to show you how you can access your new e-learning platform. We're going to take a look around to see what's on the books for you folks to learn. So you would have landed on this Cengage landing site that would have asked you to create a new student account. I highly recommend that you bookmark this site for the future. Every day, there'll be new information uploaded for you to check out. So as you would have entered your email information, you would have been sent over to another login area where all of your courses would be listed. So here we see Carpentry 3rd edition, and you probably only have one course here, CVCEC Carpentry. We're going to open that up, and we're going to take a look. Now, I would have asked you for a student ID. You don't need to input this information. You can just hit later. It will populate every time that you log in. You can enter your student ID number if you know it, but it's not required for you to learn. So we'll hit OK. Basically, this website has been developed with two different sections. Essentially, this area here, which we call the learning path area, where you will see a number of different files listed on the left, which we call activities. And on the second half of the learning path area, you will see a whole bunch of folders listed. Now, let's just do a brief overview to take a look at what each of these different elements mean to you. If you start here, where we have suggested the welcome start here, this welcome to the future activity is actually a video you're watching right now. So if you ever forget something or you want to check something out and you can't remember what I was saying, go back, replay it for your enjoyment. The 5-day breakdown is another video of Dan, a teacher at CVCEC, and he walks you through actually what the 5 days of the week are going to bring for you in more depth than I am right now. So check out that video and you'll get a good sense of what's going on, and Dan's on it so you can see him, see how he's doing. So basically we've taken each day of the week on Math Mondays, math skills, we're doing some math stuff, Tool Talk Tuesdays, etc., all the way down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day of the week we have something for you. So these activities will become available. As you can see, it's locked right now as we walk through the week. Some of them have points attached to them for what will be, and we'll explain this later, the Last Carpenter Standing Challenge, which is a fun challenge to get you guys engaged and hopefully win some cool prizes for those that do. So the bottom portion of the learning path has these different folders. We'll start from the bottom here, news and FAQs. If we go into it, it links to the NFSB website. So if you need more information about what the current state of affairs is, that's where you'll check it out. There's also going to be an FAQ section for any future questions we'll have that people keep asking over and over. Maybe we've missed something. They'll be also listed there, so check there first. Following the FAQ section, we have a weekly archives. So in the weekly archives, if you have missed any of the weekday events that take place in the upper portion of the learning path, they'll be listed and archived down here in your archive section. So you can go back and check them out for future use. So don't worry about it. You missed a week. You're just hanging out on your couch. You got better things to do. We totally understand. The information is going to be there for you always. The next folder up here is Math Review for All. Keep your skills sharp. We all love sharp skills. In this section, this is for everyone, every section to check out. Work through the different exams, practice exams that have been set up for you. Test your skills and see where you're at. Keep sharp. Now, these three folders that are listed here, they speak to the different competencies in the carpentry program itself. So whoever was in competency 8, furniture and accessories, if that was your competency that you were in the middle of, or that I believe you guys just had started, then this is the section that you want to check out for now, a couple weeks from now, however long it takes you to work through the information that's in that section. Same with competency 11, columns, beams, slabs. And same as well with competency 13, wall framing. So let's go over one of these competencies very quickly. In the competency of furniture accessories, your course code probably was it is W20D1. If you don't know, that's what it is. You want to start in the section that says start here. So this folder is going to be exactly the same type of layout throughout. We've kept it to be the same type of layout. So when you're going through each competency, if you move forward, you'll see the same type of information listed in the same way. So for competency 8, like I said, furniture and accessories, if you click on this section here, it says Introduction to Furniture. It's going to give you a very nice little introduction to what you will be learning and what our expectations are for that learning environment. So that's somewhere where that you should start. And we'll get out of here. Now we've got it popped out. We'll go back. It's also listed down here. There could be notes attached to it that are important for different activities or different assignments. We'll just X out of here though. Close that file. And then we move on to the meat and potatoes of what this platform actually can offer you folks, which is the carpentry book that we use in carpentry at CVCEC is actually completely uploaded to the system you're looking at. So you have over 1,000 pages of amazingness. A fantastic resource by Floyd Boyd, who's seminal in the industry for producing textbooks that are easy to understand. And this is the Canadian edition, so it's based on the 2015 code. So we're up to date, we're ready to roll, and this is a lifetime of learning in these pages. So back to the MindTap system on your learning path, under Unit 29 in Cabinets and Countertops, it will take you to the section of Unit 29, Cabinets and Countertops, in this textbook, ebook really. And in that chapter, you'll be able to, or unit rather, go through the actual book. Also a handy feature up here, you'll see this icon here. You can actually listen to the book. It'll read it to you. I suggest the Australian accent myself. You can change the font. If you have different issues with reading on screen, you can increase or decrease the font. You can put a little bookmark on the pages for yourself, a reminder, and I'll show you how cool that is in the future here. And then of course you can print different pages, and if you have a question, check out the help section here. So you'll walk through the different pages of your section and take a look at what has been laid out. It's pretty fantastic. Read over, you'll have links to different key terms here will pop up, populate different figures. All this information is also searchable, and we'll move forward in that direction soon. But this is also an area where you can take a look at different things that relate to the textbook itself. To note that if you find a section that you're super stoked about or you feel like is important to your learning, you're able to actually select the text that you are super jazzed about, highlight it, and there it is. It also exists outside of this area here that we're looking at, and we'll get to that later. You can also add a note. So we'll add a little note that says, check this out. How cool. And we'll come back to that later. So essentially, take a look at the different information that's listed here. Go through your unit, go through your section. You'll be followed up with engagement videos that you can watch that directly relate to what you're learning. Then there's another reading that'll take place here on the different chapters. You saw them populate to 87 and 88, also relate to the furniture and accessories competency. You'll have some interesting study tools below that'll populate that you can check out, different activities that practice the terms with the definitions. There's also multiple choice exams, true and false exams. These are all, of course, for you to enjoy and use them as an area to test your skills. And that's basically the layout. There's workbook activities, the layout for your competency. So that's the meat and potatoes, basically the stuff that you want to be able to learn to become the future carpenter that you want to be. And the stuff that you list, all of the stuff that we've listed above here is the information that will be changed every day of the week that you can check out. It's really fun stuff. We'll follow up with this section on the right-hand side here. So as I had said, you can create your own notes and you can connect it to your Evernote account if you have one. You can follow different RSS feeds. The information that we saw for the terms, there's a glossary index. So if you want to just pull out some key terms that you want to brush up on, or you have something you've been reading, you have a question about what that might mean, check out the glossary of terms. The full book section is exactly what I had talked about, which is a full book of this guy. So like I said, over 1,000 pages of happiness. There's a table of contents up here. So if, you know, in the middle of the night, you just can't sleep and you want to learn about stair finishing, bump ahead, check it out, see what's out there. If you have questions about energy efficiency in housing, you want to learn about the building envelope, good place to start right there. That is the textbook in its entirety. You're not responsible for any of this information. You don't have to go through all of the textbook. It's for you to do at your leisure. All right, what else do we have here? So the Study Hub, this is the neat feature, this learning platform. So I'd said before, we can create study guides based on the information that has been given to us. Either the instructor can create study guides for you, or you can create your own custom study guide. The highlighted section, notes and highlights, is an area where we, of course, highlighted some information. So if we go into Unit 29, cabinet countertops, there's our note. Check this out, cool. This is the highlighted section. We click on this tiny little arrow and it sends us to that highlighted section that we were talking about. So it's a way that you can reference, you're reading, you see something, you're able to actually create a aggregated list of all of those highlights so that in the future, you're able to actually take that information, create a study guide, and you can print it if you want to. If you want to use that as a way to study for future exams when we get back, then that's an excellent tool to do so. The really cool thing about this is that your instructor has already inputted different highlights that they feel is pertinent information to learning your competency and achieving your objectives. Read speaker, again, reads out the text. These are different drives that you can upload your own information or download information that's been given to you. There are no additional resources as it stands, but check it out for the future. You have a flashcard section where you can practice, which I love, different terminology. So what is toe space? If we flip the card, a recess provided at the bottom of a cabinet. How cool is that? These are all different key terms that are pertinent to your competency that you can practice as we go along. You can also create your own flip cards based on the study information. The final section is your progress section. Not that it's super important, but in this section, we will be listing information and statistics on who is or who has won, who's in best standing for the last carpentry standing challenge that takes place on Fridays throughout the weekend. And things are going to get really cool when it comes to that. Lots of great stuff to be won. So let's go back to this main section. This area up here is your sign-in information. So if you want to change your chorus stuff, this is where you'd click on it and you can log out from this area. That pretty much sums up. You're going to walk around it, get used to things. If you have questions or concerns, hit us up on Teams. We're there for you, and check it out. And we hope to see you back soon. Thanks for logging in. Have a good day.